Well, good morning. We're gonna do a quick test here. We're trying to test some VR settings. We have a race tonight at Imola in the Mustang, and we really wanted to have a good experience there. At the same time, we need to test some of our VR settings and to see what things are really gonna make a difference. Luckily, we can restart this race since it's an AI race, but we definitely want to see what the meters are looking like on the grid, and hopefully things can improve. So things are loading. Let's see how everything's going to work out. Um, we're going to go right to the grid to see how things settle down in VR with 20 cars around us. And it's possible that we'll make changes to graphic settings. So let's have a look. Should be going to the grid.
Radio check.
Spotter, radio check.
The track temp is 75. The air temp is 73 Fahrenheit. B11.
That's pretty bad.
Follow car number 01 in the right lane.
Sector 415.437.
I mean, it's down to 45 frames per second. Yeah, it's a lot of AI, but so weird though. It's not really like getting taxed. Nah, there. Frame rate's a little low. Let's see how it gets when we get to these areas.
Okay, Ed, be ready.
I mean, surprisingly, things seem to be pretty smooth.
Go, go, go. That's 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes.
40-some frames per second.
On your right. On your right. Hold your line.
It's not really
Hold your
like
line.
a big dip.
Clear right.
Sector 128.1.
Right side. Still there. Still there.
Oh,
Hold your line.
Yeah, there you go.
Clear right.
All right, let's check something out real quick. So let's try to make some changes in here. Why isn't the lap data always on session best lap? Not sure. I know we won't hit 120, but let's just set it to 120. What the hell? Okay, we're gonna come back and try one more thing. We had this at 1.2, but let's just go ahead and go back to 1.0. And let's see if this will work again. See if there's any kind of improvement at all. Let's launch this again, and you know, this time we should, well, I mean, I'm using socks right now, not what I usually use. I usually use shoes here, but let's just go for a couple laps. Maybe we'll do 2 laps, see if things settle down. And it's possible that we might just go ahead and delete the renderer, the X11 Oculus VR, some of the app INI files or the renderer files for monitor and all those different things. Maybe not the monitor one. That seems to be set pretty well. But if we get a better performance here just by changing the settings within iRacing for the Oculus renderer file, that would be good. And like I said, we also went back and set the Oculus Tray tool to 1.0 rather than 1.7 or 1.2. If we can set it to 1.2 and get a good 1.0 and get a good performance out of it, we'll stick with that. Like I said, we don't need to mess too much with the other render or app INI files that are within the Documents iRacing folder if things are fixed this way. I mean, there might be some things I need to change that are not found in the graphics properties within iRacing. We'll see that soon enough. We're almost loaded in here. We're at 90%. We'll see right now if we need to adjust some things, possibly windows.
Radio check.
Spotter, radio check.
So already we are at 90 frames per second. Let's go to the grid.
P11, 20 minutes.
I mean, things look okay. Things look good enough. I can look around.
Follow car number 14 in the right column.
We are right at 90 frames per second, so this might be okay. We have cars around us, and this is one of the tracks that really I feel has been poorly optimized. So that might be what our issue was that we were running at 1.2 scaling. Obviously some things are bigger now, which we kind of need because I wear glasses and I'm getting old. So my vision's not the best. I think visual quality is good for me. I'm sitting at 90 frames per second. And this is similar, remember?
Okay, Ed, here we go.
We're sitting at 90, 89, you know. So if I can run the Mustang race tonight like this, I think I would be pretty happy. Things in the 80s to 90 range with all the graphics settings.
Green, green, green. That's 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes.
On your right. Still there. Hold your line.
This is a pack of cars.
Clear right,
cars.
right side.
Cars on track.
Still there.
Like I said, I mean, I have other settings turned out pretty well.
Still there. Hold your line. Clear right. On your left. Clear left. On your right. Hold your line.
We went through that corner.
Hold your line.
The Tosa, I think. I mean,
Hold
we're still
your line.
hanging in there, 80, 90 frames per second. I'm pretty happy with this.
Still there.
I think 1.2 was my problem.
Hold your line.
I haven't
Still
seen the
there.
R and G bars having issues now.
Clear right.
So I'm definitely going to take a screenshot of my settings. Things seem to be pretty good. Let's do 2 more laps. And we'll have a good idea of what's going on here.
Sector 329.093.
RNG bars are pretty good, as you can see up there. Let's see once we come across the start-finish line again. But I mean, when we were on the grid there, cars were packed.
Sector
We don't have
14.17.
crowds and things turned off. We just have them down to low. I mean, we're hanging in there at 80, 90s.
Sector 527.016.
8th place.
Time 208.378.
Yeah, that's pretty good. The P bar has a little bit of an issue.
7.378. P8. Laps of fuel 12. On lap 2 of 1. Sector 125.952.
Let's go off here.
All right, Ed, we've just cut the track.
We'll bring this down a little bit. That should be good. We can see race control stuff up there. I think everything's looking pretty good here. So I'm pretty happy with this setup right now. So like I was saying, I think this is pretty good what we have. Resolution is 400 by 220, 100% UI zoom, border, enable SPS for VR, enable plus boost. Max quality, sky clouds are on low, cars are on high, pit objects, events, grandstands, crowds are on low, objects are on high, particles low, full res. Max car 63, draw 20, dynamic LOD, world only, cars only, frame per second 120, just to set it to that. We know we're not going to hit that. And isotropic filtering 16x, AA samples 2, render dynamic track data. Oh, we have render dynamic tire data off, so let's see.
The leader's just done a 203.32.
Let's turn that on just to see what happens. Let's give that a try. We just turned on dynamic and tire data. I mean, some of those changes. I guess we should try to restart the session again. So let's quit and launch it one more time. One more time, just to see if we were able to add the tire data. So let's try one more time, single race, and let's just continue. And launch. But yeah, like I mentioned before, I mean, if you look at our Oculus tray tool, the biggest change we made there was just the default super sampling. We went from 1.2 down to 1.0. Okay. Let's see what happens this time. We can also pull up the rendered Oculus DX11 INI file to show what we have set there. We haven't really done much, but I can just post it. Or reach out to me. You can reach out to me on iRacing or at Fritosport.com. But I think I'll be pretty happy with this. I mean, Imola, I was struggling when I was doing Mustang practice. My R bar was in the red. I think we were stressing the CPU too much. The GPU hopefully can do a little more. It's a 3080. And yeah, we'll have to see. Hopefully things go well in tonight's American Muscle Series Mustang race. Let's take a look what we've got coming here.
Radio check.
Spotter, radio check.
Okay, let's go to the grid.
20 minutes. P11. We need to follow car number 77 in the right lane.
Okay, so that did bring down.
Catch up to car number 77.
So some of those did bring down the settings.
Sector 416.156.
Yeah, now we're at 50s and 60s. So we want 90 frames per second. So yeah, you can see here that's going to be a big difference.
Okay, Ed, be ready. Watch for the lights.
All right, let's pull it over. We know it makes a difference. So let's get rid of those.
Go, go, go. That's 20 minutes to go.
So we are going to turn off this one and this one. That's fine. I mean, we'd rather... I'm sure we can see that. That's fine. We don't need to see all those things, really. Oops. I don't know if it'll make the change now or if...
Listo, dale.
Okay. So I guess it might make the change now.
Alíñate del lado izquierdo. La calle de boxes está cerrada.
Yeah, we're back up to 90. So definitely the tire, well...
20 minutes. The track temp is
restart,
71. The air temp is
honestly,
70 Fahrenheit.
As long as we're in the 80s, close to 95.
Follow car number 77.
Sector 415.875.
Ahí viene el verde, mantente concentrado.
Get ready, mate. It's hammer time.
So definitely the tire, rendering tire data and dynamic objects is what kind of screwed with us there. I mean, it does come down a little, you can see. We might still need to restart, but we're okay for now.
Right side, clear right, car right, clear right.
Tercer carril, despejado.
I'm happy with it for now, though. I think that'll help us for tonight's race. Okay, so the tire data definitely made made a difference in the dynamic object as well. But yeah, I'm pretty happy. I think definitely running the 1.2 back down to 1.0 is what made a difference for us. And we had gotten some advice to run it at 1.2 just to improve the visual quality, but I think we're just gonna run it as it is now. So.